undersized, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
Now Lawrence on first down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he has another first down as they'll get the... Eagles 17-yard line.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to the 13 and 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start on the ground here at Sanders. A little juke, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
An unfortunate distinction for Sanders last season. He had the most yards, 754 of any back in the league, to not score a touchdown. He's still the guy in Philly, though, and he'll get back to scoring this season. Plenty of work available for him in the league's top rushing offense from a year ago.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll go again with Sanders. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. The numbers for Sanders last week, 14 carries, 51 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago when they went over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout the game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, And now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On 2nd and 2, Hurts. Open man is Goedert, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's That's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. On first down, Lawrence buying time to his left. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. It's caught. It's Shenault again. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That could make sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Now Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Now the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that,
yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Grant Calcaterra with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A slant to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
It's been quite the impressive career resurgence for Hassan Reddick. Focusing now more on rushing the passer, the linebacker has 23.5 sacks in his last 2 seasons.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's go now.
But first down, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open work beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action with Hurts. Steps away. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Dallas Goedert really flourished as Philadelphia's unquestioned #1 tight end. He's a big-time field stretcher for first-time starter Jalen Hurts and averaged the 2nd most yards per reception among tight ends in the league. Won't hurt his average there with that first down pickup.
Now Scott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Pascal's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Gainwell going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at Luke.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The 10-play drive that time. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Robinson on a give right side. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From midfield now, Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? When you go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Scott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now out come the Jags. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Lawrence will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time. Possible.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hurts.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Agnew now to return.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Complete to Chenault.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Sanders.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. For finding his way open and completing the connection.
Let's go now.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down this stretch. A huge win.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.